Hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet, and welcome back to Remo's Kitchen. In today's installment I'm going to be teaching you how to make an omelette. A lot of people believe that an omelette is a very simple and easy thing to make, but in my opinion and in my experience, 90% of the time people can't make an omelette. They overcook it and it just tastes like shit. So today what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to teach you how to make the best omelette of your life. I have to send out thanks to the now late Julia Child for assisting me in finding my own method of making an omelette. The cool thing is it's a very quick thing to pick up. So stick with me throughout the process today, and we'll see where we take it from there. So first, we've got 2 eggs. Yeah, these are large. I like to make them out of either large or extra large eggs. You want a spot of milk as well. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper, and the all-important flavor that you want on that omelette is a bit of Parmesan cheese. So that's all we need to make this very, very basic omelette. Oh, I almost forgot. You're also going to need some butter. There's no substitute for butter. People might say use a little bit of olive oil. People might say use spray and cook. People might say use this fat or whatever it is. There's no replacement for butter. Now what we need next is get yourself a nice little bowl. Yeah, just like that. Now the thing with omelets is they're fairly simple things and they cook very, very quickly. In fact, most of the time you'll probably spend preparing the omelette, not actually cooking it and eating it. So we're going to take out a little side plate over here. Now what we want to do is we want to break the eggs into this bowl. Alrighty, yeah, look at that. Ooh, juicy eggs. I always like to have a plate handy just so I can stick the shells down. Whoop. Would have been a bit of a crunchy omelette if we left the shells in there. Take the milk, put a spot of that in. Yeah. Now the milk is just up to you. Depends on how much you want. If you want to use it or not. About 2 or 3 grams of salt. We got a bit of pepper over here. 2 or 3 grams of pepper, depends on how spicy you want your stuff. Then all we do is we take this mixture over here and we mix it up, right? Just take the fork. You don't want to froth anything or anything like that. You just want to blend it together. So you want to make sure that all the ingredients are combined. You don't need to add any air to it or anything like that, because that part comes in when we start cooking. Alright, that looks like it's fairly well combined. You can have a look at that, yeah. So you can see it's just a single color, and you got the specks of the pepper in there, and that's exactly what you're looking for, alright? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so what you're going to need here to cook your omelette is a fairly high quality non-stick pan. This one that I've got over here is a ceramic based green pan. Those are one of my favorites to use for omelettes. You're going to need yourself a bit of this butter. Yeah. So what you want is you want about 25 to 35 grams of butter, and you want to put that into a nice warm pan. Yeah, I've got mine, if you divide it by 6, I've got it on 4. So what you want to do is you want to get that butter nice and hot. So what it'll do as it's going through the different stages of cooking is it'll start bubbling, start melting, and it'll go brown after a while, which will give it a very nasty flavor, right? What you want to do is you want to go just before it hits brown and just after it stopped bubbling. So we'll get some nice temp into that pan. As you can see, it's busy bubbling away. At this stage, you also might want to think about getting your plate ready. Normally what you can do is you can heat it up with a little bit of hot water in the sink. That'll always work. Oh yeah, good butter. Looking great. What you want is you want it to stop bubbling. Yeah? When it stops bubbling and crackling like that, That means it's almost just about ready. You just want to wait for the sides to start turning a little bit brown. Once you got the brown coming in, then you know you're about ready. Alright, and this process is very, very quick. Yeah? So you want to pay a little bit of attention here because it's not going to be long. Alright, so just get your egg nice and ready. Well combined, pour it in. Right, and immediately, once you start seeing those bubbles, just start swirling. Yeah, give it some time to cook up. Swirl it a little bit more. Swirl it a bit more. Now what you want to do is you want to pull out the Parmesan cheese. You want to grate some Parmesan cheese all over the top of this brilliant omelette over here. Alright, now what you want to do is give it another bit of swirl and kick it towards the back of the pan, yeah? And then let it just fold over on itself. You just get that butter a little bit melted again. Alright? Fold it over on itself. Now what you can do is you can leave the last bit for your plating. Alright? All you got to do is grab the pan from the back like this. Grab your plates. Tilt. And dip the omelette onto the pan and then twirl the rest over, just like that. And there you have a perfect omelette. Now what you can do is you can garnish this with a bit of parsley. You can give it a little bit of extra salt. If you got a little bit of salmon and you put the salmon in your omelette, you can garnish it with a bit of lemon. What we want to do now is I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside. Now the reason why this omelette is so delicious and fluffy is because of those layers that we made when we were turning it. As you can see, the interior of that omelette has got little layers on the inside. Yeah? And that's exactly what you're looking for. So, that's how you make an omelette, alright? You might think it's fairly basic and fairly easy, but it's actually a difficult process to get an omelette like this. And what I want to do is I want to challenge you, my viewers, to go out and make yourself an omelette and see if you can make it this good. So delicious, so fluffy, just perfectly cooked. Yeah? Oh man. That is a freaking breakfast. That's a breakfast and a half. And it's so quick, you can literally make yourself one every second morning if you want. I'd be a bit worried about the amount of butter, but that's how you make the perfect omelette. But go home, try out this omelette, do the swirl method, make sure you get the little air pockets, and cook those omelettes properly. I don't want any excuses from you guys saying to me, oh Remo, I can't do this. Make sure you use the right amount of butter, the right kind of eggs, make sure they're fresh, a little bit of milk, swirl method, the right heat, and you're set to win. Thank you once again for joining me in Remo's kitchen. I'll be putting up another video soon enough, so stay tuned. And if you have any requests with regards to what kind of foods you'd like to see me cook, just put it in the comment section down below. As well, make sure to rate and subscribe this video, or give it a thumbs up. If you like watching this video, please give it a thumbs up because it'll help me, and it'll help me know what I'm supposed to provide as far as content is concerned. And yeah, enjoy your omelette breakfast. The other thing is, with these omelettes, you can do whatever you want with the filling. I showed you how to put in a bit of Parmesan cheese. You can sprinkle a finely chopped tomato, a little bit of salmon, a few herbs, and do the exact same process where you tip it towards the back of the pan and you kick it over. And it'll always, always make a perfect omelette. Anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll catch up with you with another meal. Thanks again. Goodbye.